120. Readers 120 is the natural number following 119 and preceding 121. In English and other Germanic languages, it was also formerly known as 100. This hundred of six score is now obsolete, but is described as the long hundred or great hundred in historical contexts. In mathematics, 120 is the factorial of 5, and the sum of a twin prime pair. 120 is the sum of 4 consecutive prime numbers, 4 consecutive powers of 2, and 4 consecutive powers of 3. It is highly composite, superabundant, and colossally abundant number, with its 16 divisors being more than any number lower than it has. And it is also the smallest number to have exactly that many divisors. It is also a sparsely totient number. 120 is the smallest number to appear 6 times in Pascal's triangle. 120 is also the smallest multiple of 6 with no adjacent prime number, being adjacent to 119 equals 7 times 17 and 121 equals 112. It is the 8th hexagonal number and the 15th triangular number, as well as the sum of the first 8 triangular numbers, making it also tetrahedral number. 120 is divisible by the first 5 triangular numbers and the first 4 tetrahedral numbers. 120 is the first multiply perfect number of order 3. The sum of its factors sum to 360, exactly 3 times 120. Note that perfect numbers are order 2 by the same definition. 120 is divisible by the number of primes below it, 30 in this case. However, there is no integer which has 120 as the sum of its proper divisors, making 120 an untouchable number. The sum of Euler's totient function phi over the first 19 integers is 120. 120 figures in Pierre de Fermat's modified Diophantine problem as the largest known integer of the sequence 1, 3, 8, 120. Fermat wanted to find another positive integer that, multiplied with any of the other numbers in the sequence, yields a number that is 1 less than a square. Leonhard Euler also searched for this number, but failed to find it, but did find a fractional number that meets the other conditions: 777,480 28,790 seconds. The internal angles of a regular hexagon are all 120 degrees. 120 is a Harshad number in base 10. In science, 120 is the atomic number of unbinilium, an element yet to be discovered. In religion, the cubits of the height of the temple building, the age at which Moses died. By extension, in Jewish tradition, to wish someone a long life, one says, live until 120. The number of men of the Great Assembly who canonized the books of the Tanakh and formulated the Jewish prayers. The number of talents of gold that the Queen of Sheba gave to Solomon in tribute. The number of princes King Darius set over his kingdom. The summed weight in shekels of the gold spoons offered by each tribal prince of Israel. In astrology, when 2 planets in a person's chart are 120 degrees apart from each other, this is called a trine. This is supposed to bring good luck in the person's life. In sports, the height in inches of a regulation hoop in the National Basketball Association. In other fields, 120 is also the medical telephone number in China. In Austria, the telephone number to report a car breakdown on the highway. In the U.S. Army, a common diameter for a mortar in mm. TT scale, a scale for model trains, is 1 to 120. 120 film is a medium format film developed by Kodak. 120, a 2008 Turkish film.